Well, here we go again with this guy, this closeted guy.
So this wasn't my originally planned topic for today,
Ban him immediately. What did Hasan say this time?
but after opening up social media and the first post I saw being that of Hasan Piker, things changed. Now there's a new clip making the rounds on social media where Hasan, even with his long track record of saying ridiculous things while streaming on Twitch, might have outdone himself this time. This might be one of the most ridiculous and quite frankly dangerous things he has ever.
I mean, is it more dangerous than, like, kind of alluding the fact that people should give death threats to politicians so they can resign and stuff like that? Or maybe even do a terrorism?
Said on that platform. In fact, many believe what he said might have actually put real lives in danger. Now, it's been a tough couple of months for Hasan Piker. He's been facing a lot of criticism and he's been spending a lot of money on various
Yeah, he deserves it. He fucking deserves all that criticism. He's a propagandist.
puff pieces in his sort of attempt to get some good PR out of various.
You can't tell me you see this, right? All this over here, and say he's not a closeted gay man. He's never going to admit that he wants to suck Asmund's dick, but I think it's pretty damn obvious.
Media outlets, including this recent one with GQ, where he has openly admitted that he's trying to shed the image that he's some terrorist sympathizer and he wants to convince the average Joe that he's also a normal person when, of course, that will never happen. And all these puff pieces have blown up in his face, and it's resulted in basically anyone who's not in his direct audience laughing at him. Now, he is.
It's so fucking sad. It's so sad. Because no one wants to actually talk about this guy, right? No one wants to make a video on this guy. We just do because he needs the attention. Not for good reason. He needs the attention so we can be banned officially off of Twitch, off of every. I think he's a fake American. I think that his citizens, whatever, citizenship needs to be revoked. He was born in New Jersey or some bullshit, and a couple months or a month after he was born, he was taken back to his home country, Turkey. He didn't come back to America to live in America until he was around 18 years old. That is a fake American. He should not be a citizen. I see. I don't mind if he fucking comes to visit. Like, he has money, he can do that. But he should not be a fucking citizen.
Tried very hard to clean up his image and to get some mainstream support, especially from sponsors and outlets and things like that, but it's not working. Lo and behold, and he recently admitted that he wasn't able to participate in a Ludwig event because one of the sponsors, AT&T,
Ha!
doesn't like him. Now,
Ha!
why don't they like him? Well, Hassan claims the reason they have an issue with him is because of his views on Israel Palestine.
How come you aren't invited to these things anymore? I am. This is just the one thing.
I mean, what part of the Israel Palestine thing, right? Because, you can give sympathy to the Palestinians, right? But let's be honest, Hamas is the terrorist group that is starving the Palestinians. That's just a fact. And this motherfucker is 10 toes down for Hamas.
Thing that I can't do because look at that. You see that in the corner right there? They don't fuck with me. What could it be? Is there one
Oh,
issue?
they don't
Because
fuck
like
with
these companies
me.
normally don't mind progressive politics. What is the one issue that causes a lot of fear in the heart?
It can't be you laughing at the coffins of babies You know, it can't be that. It can't be the fact that you incite violence to your audience towards politicians. No, it can't be that either. Oh, you know what? It must be because I really like Palestine. Or maybe it's because you support terrorists. Hassan, Diddy, Bin Laden, Adolf, Piker. Maybe that's the reason. Oh no, you know what? You're right. It can't be that either. Go fuck yourself.
Hearts and minds and souls of every single content creator who will every now and then say something, but usually won't say anything. A company that might have maybe some R&D facilities in another country, a tiny country, a country the size of New Jersey.
Yeah, womp womp, buddy. I'm sure it's as basic as that. There's only one reason why AT&T and other companies and brands wouldn't want to work with him.
What is
It's
it,
because of
Rev?
his views on Israel Palestine, in particular his support of Palestinians. I'm sure that's the
Oh
only
yeah,
reason why these companies
so
don't want to
sure.
work with him and want to separate from him. It's definitely not his comments like saying America deserved 9/11, his support for active terrorist organizations, and also his platforming of terrorists, among the many other disturbing things he's done over the years. I'm sure it's none of those things. I'm sure it's just his views and support of Palestine. But anyways, this is the clip I was talking about at the beginning of the video.
So
This is the one
fucked.
making the rounds. It happened 4 days ago in one of his recent streams where he talks about Ela Klein, which is, of course, Ethan Klein's wife, who is from Israel, who was in the IDF, which is something that is required of you as a citizen there when you turn 18. And he's talking about what makes someone a valid military target. And in his reckless
Oh,
speech
fucking
here,
retard,
he
man.
implies very, very heavily that Ela Klein is a valid military target anywhere in the world.
Doesn't matter if they're the Al Aqsa Brigade. Doesn't matter if they're a part of the Palestinian Islamic Jihad. Doesn't matter if they're DFLP, PFLP, or even former Fatah militants. Okay? It is perfectly legal, perfectly valid, and perfectly moral. Okay? 100%. This is not like a this is not a gray area. This is black and white. Okay? It doesn't get more black and white than this. Israel's in the wrong. Israel is actually engaging in an apartheid, which is a crime in and of itself. Israel's doing a genocide in Gaza and an apartheid in the West Bank, two crimes in and of itself. And every every type of armed resistance against both the settlers and also the Israeli occupying force in the West Bank. Doesn't matter if it's your favorite podcasters like Wife that participate in these raids. The violence that the Palestinians engage in an act of resistance against this illegal occupying force is literally legal, definitionally legal. Okay? It's just.
And America allows this? Bro, he's literally calling for terrorists to do terrorism. And I'm calling his audience terrorists because they agree with him.
That's the truth.
It's well, yeah, it is the truth. Your audience and you are terrorists. You're more like a propagandist pushing terrorist agendas, but still.
Now, before we get into anything, I just want to sit here and make this very, very clear. If anything actually comes from this, this psychopath, Hassan Piker, basically making a call to action, a call to violence on Ela Klein in front of his deranged following that is filled with very violent and radicalized people. If anything happens from that, I think not only Hassan but also Dan Clancy should be held responsible in a legal sense here because this
Yeah.
guy has allowed this to go on way too far.
Honestly, I would love to see the FBI investigate Clancy over. Hold up, I need to put my headset charging. Over just to see what his communication with Hassan is like. Because oh, damn, I don't think it's anything fucking good.
His favoritism of Hassan has gotten beyond parody. You couldn't even make parodies that are this ridiculous. This is the guy, the CEO of Twitch, who literally sings happy birthday to Hasan but won't lift a finger the second he does anything wrong.
Happy birthday to you.
What the
Happy birthday.
Literally, the only person Twitch has ever sang happy birthday to is a propagandist. Like, this shit's wild.
Birthday to you.
Bro, we're never beating the Hasan runs Twitch allegations after this. This is crazy.
You don't run.
Oh my god.
You
Like,
don't. You
the
don't run Twitch.
The most rabid Redditors just clip this and they're gonna be like,
You don't run Twitch. Twitch runs you. They only allow you on there because they have the same beliefs as you do. They also want to promote the shit you promote. They just won't say it publicly.
the most rabid Redditors just clip this and they're gonna use this permanently to be like, see, I told you, he's got banning powers.
You. Happy birthday, dear Hasan.
This is crazy.
Happy birthday to you.
Again, if anything happens from this, if anything transpires in real life because of these radicalized comments to his radicalized audience, these two should be held responsible. Like, absolutely no questions asked. They should be held.
It's wild that nothing has happened so far. He got his I forgot what it's called. He got one of his permissions revoked. So now instead of being able to just plug in a card and be able to go through TSA and then plug in a card and do the leave and go through and he's in the country now. Now he has to wait in line compared to before. And that's the only thing they've done so far.
Responsible. And I really want to reflect on just how ridiculous these statements are. So let's pan over to Hila Klein for a second. Ethan's wife, who, again, was raised in Israel, served in the IDF when she turned 18, which is required of citizens growing up there. And, of course, you hear, like, Hasan's orbiters say, she should have just gone to prison. She should have refused to serve in the IDF and ruined her life and gone to prison. Well, that's not what she did, and she ended up serving. She was a secretary, by the way. And you have all this happen 10 plus years ago, and
it's mandatory too. Like, it's mandatory to commit time to the IDF for Israel or Israeli citizens. So it's crazy that they want to fucking dogpile on her for just being a secretary. It's like, the fuck?
now Hasan Piker, in front of his radicalized audience, is saying that she is a valid military target. This is absolutely insane and also incredibly hypocritical. It shows once again how hollow the belief system of Hasan Piker is. He knew this woman in real life for many years. In fact, she was, of course, the wife of his co-host when he had the podcast with Ethan Klein. They were in close proximity every single day. They knew each other in real life. And Hasan, for years and years and years, had no issue with her service in the IDF.
Until Ethan disagreed with him. And then all hell broke loose. And the woke mob attacked the fuck out of Ethan. Because they're retarded and they don't have the ability to use their brain. They just don't have a thought process in there at all.
Till he had internet beef with Ethan Klein. Now all of a sudden, not only is it a problem, she's a valid military target. He is such a coward and such a reckless human being. It's actually insane. I shouldn't be surprised by now based on like the things he says online, but I'm surprised. This even goes to another level. I can't even imagine would be accepted anywhere else but on Twitch. And that's what's going to happen. It's been 4 days, ladies and gentlemen. It's been 4 days, and he hasn't been banned. In fact, I find it kind of ironic. It's been 4 days.
What's it called? YouTube kind of allows it too. They allow his fucking terrorist propaganda to stay up.
And now it's making the rounds because this isn't even like something that I guess is so out of left field that people are surprised. People probably saw it happen live on Twitch and we're like, that's just Hasan being Hasan, because he's made calls to violence before, including political violence. And if this stuff sounds familiar, this sort of rhetoric about Hila, well, it's because it is familiar. Hasan's orbiters have been doing this for years, including people like Denims, who's the subject of the copyright infringement lawsuits filed by Ethan Klein.
Fucking crazy.
Not that long ago, only months ago, she claimed to her audience that Hila Klein killed unarmed children while she was serving in the IDF.
Doesn't make you an orbiter of destiny?
I don't know him.
Sorry, I just had to breathe.
They're like, oh,
just to like bring her back to reality for a second.
I mean,
if you opened the
guys, the IDF member is bringing us back to reality. Okay. The IDF member is bravely taking a break from killing unarmed children to bring us back to reality. Sorry, terror babies, terror babies, terror babies.
Yeah, no. That's no. It's just no. I don't even know how to respond to something so stupid. And people fucking believe it. It's so, oh my god. What is happening?
Sorry.
We live in a very disturbing time where someone like Denims, a full-grown adult, by the way, you can call her stupid, whatever. She's a full-grown adult. She should know better than just spewing out a claim that someone killed unarmed children with zero proof whatsoever. Just making wild, disgusting claims like this without even thinking twice about it. And the worst part is the radicalized audiences of people like Denims and Hasan and their ilk, they take it in, they believe it. And now you're seeing the combination here, right?
Bro, I'm telling you, they do not have a thought process. Their brain does not think. It just acts. It just exists. They just exist in the world. They don't fucking have any thought process. If they did, the world would be a way better fucking place.
You're seeing someone like Denims claim that she's responsible for children being killed, and then you have Hasan saying she's a valid military target. Do you understand how this will be perceived by a radicalized audience? They think this is go. This is a thumbs up from their favorite content creators that they wait on every word for. It's absolutely disgusting. And again, if this sounds familiar, this sort of rhetoric that Hasan and Denims are spewing, it's because the other orbiters do it too. Just like
they all do.
He threatens everyone.
This is the guy that put a hit list on someone. I forgot who it was. Rev is probably gonna say it.
Comes across. We talked about him the other day. I'm not gonna play this clip again because I played it.
A hit list? A fucking. What's that actually called? Place a fucking hit or some shit. Oh, I'm just being retarded.
The other day, but he's also the one who claims that everyone in the world has universal jurisdiction to start arresting people who support Israel. That any citizen can just go after a supporter of Israel, someone they think is a supporter of Israel, and just arrest them. Which, of course, this guy's an illiterate buffoon. He couldn't even read the Google search he used to justify this, where it said states may have the right, not citizens. You can't just go around making citizens arrests of people you think support Israel. He can't even read. And yet he's telling his audience of thousands of people, go out and make citizens arrests on people. It's absolutely insane. And again, this resulted in no ban, by the way. The comments from Denims, no ban. And so far with Hasan, no ban. And I'm not even surprised. And going back to this, like, are we surprised at all, at the end of the day, that this guy makes such insanely violent rhetoric that, by the way, if you kind of extend his own logic, wouldn't it kind of come back on him for supporting a lot of terrorist organizations?
Yeah.
I mean, he's the guy who openly said he doesn't have an issue with Hezbollah, a designated foreign terrorist organization. He openly said this.
Who's that?
He's the leader of Hezbollah, the general secretary of Hezbollah.
What's Hezbollah?
Hezbollah
That
is
small guy?
Hezbollah is this is the same name.
Okay.
Hezbollah is a paramilitary organization that is also a part of the Lebanese parliament.
Do we like them or no?
I think as a resistance group, they're pretty successful against Israel. But everybody hates them. Like everybody in the region, a lot of people don't like them. Like
I like what you like.
I don't have an issue with them. Let's just say they're Shia. I'm Sunni technically. Not that this sectarian distinction matters in this situation, but
I'm gonna be honest with Sam.
But they are a terrorist organization. Like they're designated. They are designated by the American state as a terrorist organization.
I do not like them then.
The instant like, nope, nope, nope. I want nothing to do with that. Is just fucking hilarious.
Not even getting into the calls for violence, calls for political violence, his praising of Yemen and how they capture civilian ships. We're not even getting into him platforming a known terrorist and glazing him up in the most humiliating fashion I've ever seen. But of course, we have the 9/11 comments. I mean, I can't believe AT&T wouldn't want to work with this guy who said America deserved 9/11.
Can't believe it
There's
at all.
something to be said about this. And his support of all these violent groups and violent actions. Recently, he was seen in this photo shaking hands, dabbing up with Zoran Mamdani.
This picture is before Zoran was elected, by the way, because he is currently the mayor of New York.
Who is right now the front runner in the race for mayor of New York City.
I thought he was mayor. Hold up. Hold up. Let me fact check myself. Rock that. His name, it sounds like a villain. Oh, he's not. Oh. Okay. Alright. Alright. He's not the mayor yet. I fucked up.
Let me just contextualize this a little bit. This guy who's...
What he did win was the ability to run. Like, enough people voted for him that he's a contender to whoever else is running.
Running for the mayor of New York City, the spot of the 9/11 attacks where thousands of innocent people died, is exchanging pleasantries with the guy who said America deserved it.
Yup.
What are we doing? How are you not embarrassed? How are people in New York City, for example, not foaming at the mouth at this action? Where is the shame? I literally, I cannot believe.
It's funny though, because after he was he won the whatever the fuck it's called. Let me actually check because I want the actual wording. I don't know if Grok is even won. Okay, the primary, the Democratic primary. That's what he won. After he won the Democratic primary, Hasan went to visit him because he had plans to do a stream with him, and he was ghosted. It in the video, he looks like he wanted to be upset, but he can't admit it, you know?
People are so fickle in their beliefs. They would literally try to represent a city that was the victim of the biggest terrorist attack of all time.
I need a second
with
one.
the guy who said those citizens deserved it. How is this the real world? I don't know. Also want to throw in there too, by the way, iDubbbz defended this, by the way, when Hasan said America deserved 9/11. This guy, the new bread tuber, apparently, he defended it.
America deserved 9/11, dude. I'm saying it.
That is someone who is extremely frustrated and passionate about a particular topic. In this case, American imperialism and terrorism. You could have looked into that. You could have talked to Hasan a little bit more and found out.
Yeah, you know what? You could have done the same thing. And while we did and then showed you everything he said, you still want to suck his dick. Why? It's not like Anissa's actually giving you any.
What his international politics opinions are, but you wouldn't even need to do that. You can look at it online.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, iDubbbz is the bad ending. How far this guy's fallen
So
off
sad.
should be studied for
It
future
is.
generations. But
It is so sad how one female ruined this man's life. Holy cow.
Let's get to the responses from Ethan and Hila about this situation, about the comments made by Hasan. Ethan said this in an Instagram post. So if I started saying stuff like, Hasan is a Hamas propagandist and therefore a legit military target, which I do not believe, everyone is going to be okay with that. This is the 4th time a leftist Twitch streamer has explicitly called for me or Hila's death. Nobody has been reprimanded for these death threats by Twitch, not once. For comparison on YouTube, Bad Empanada played a FPS game where you play as Hamas and murder Israelis. He simulated murdering Hila in the game, and as a result, caught a week-long suspension. He hasn't wished death on either of us on YouTube since then, as he knows there are repercussions for making death threats on YouTube. Now, this is what Hila had to say in multiple posts, where she said, Hasan Piker, who was exposed by my husband to be a disgusting creep, has retaliated by calling for violence against me. Think back and you'll notice a trend. When he wants to get Ethan, he attacks me. This is another glimpse into the psyche of a man that does not see women as his equal. He uses women to whatever end he needs, be it for revenge, sexual gratification, or to massage his ego by exposing their nude bodies without their consent to his boys, which is another story. Ethan's been cracking into these supposed...
I should have read this out loud, but...
very sketchy behavior Hasan has had around women for many years. But clearly, Hila and Ethan, they're not having this. They are disgusted by what's happening and how there's been no repercussions whatsoever. And yeah, I feel...
Yeah, that's like a normal human response. It's like, how the fuck else are you gonna feel? You're gonna be disgusted, you're gonna be pissed, you're gonna be very very annoyed. It's not fun to have to deal with. And I'm hopefully something good comes out of the Ethan Klein lawsuit about Hasan. That is gonna be interesting.
For them 100%. This stuff is unhinged and it's completely unchecked. Twitch does nothing about this, and it happens over and over and over again. I mean, what are they going to do? They are such a joke of a platform.
At most, a 2-week ban. Until things finally get so bad that it's like a Roblox situation. Not really. I'm sure he'll be banned eventually. But, like, I would not be surprised if Twitch gets tanked because of this bullshit.
At this point, it's actually kind of sickening. It really is. But because we're kind of like going through all of this related topic, I want to take a little quick look into the Ethan Klein lawsuits, the copyright infringement lawsuits he filed against Casey Tron, Frogan, and Denims. I do this because I want to show you the state, the desperation of these targets right now, and why things are feeling so heated, and maybe the frustration is boiling over because things are going really, really badly. Let's begin with Denims, who her lawsuit, her GoFundMe, hasn't moved. So let's take a look. She's at 40K. She's been there forever. Let's look at the recent donation.
Michael Parks, Xavier Benega. Okay. Let's go back a little bit. Paulo Gutierrez, Anna Lopez, Matthew Morris. Okay.
Let's look at the recent donations.
Okay.
She hasn't gotten a single donation in a week.
Good.
In fact, in the last 10 days, she's made $45.
That's sad. People are actually donating
Not
to that
going
bitch.
good. Then we got Casey Tron. Not faring much better. She's sitting at 44K. She's been stuck there forever, basically. Recent donations.
Paulo Gutierrez. Matthew Morris.
Last one, 7 days ago. And then we got Frogan, the Froganator, as I like to call her, sitting at 36,000 out of her $200,000 goal. It's been like 2 months. I think it's time to pack it in. And again,
Paulo Gutierrez. Hasan hates Frogan. Anna Lopez. Matthew Morris.
her most recent donation, 5 days
It's
ago,
very sad.
$10. So just brace yourself. If you think your life is going bad, understand these people with their GoFundMes, and despite having hundreds of thousands of supporters across various social media platforms, they have raised $10 combined in the last week. Oof. That's called justice, ladies and gentlemen. Despite all of the animosity directed towards Ethan Klein, the subjects of his lawsuits can't even get support anymore.
It's so sad.
Everyone left. The well's gone dry, and I couldn't feel any better about the people it's happening to, right?
And when I say it's sad, what's sad is people actually donating to these people. Actual terrorist propagandists. They have no morals. These people are fucked. What do you do about it? Like, other than make a video and, you know, fucking talk about the situation. We're just waiting for something to happen.
I mean, they absolutely deserve this. I'm glad to see the support dry up because, yeah, when push came to shove, people they closed their wallets and they moved on. It was a trendy thing to do, to donate for a little bit, but now, yep, it's basically over. And at this point, that's pretty much gonna do it for this video. As you can see, a big mess as per usual. And what happens with Hasan in this entire situation, we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, we just have to wait and see. Bro, this is wild.
I'd place my money on nothing happening because why would they change course at this point? But
eventually something will happen. Yeah, nothing's happening currently. But the more you rock the boat, the more annoyed people are gonna get.
Anyways, that's going to do it for this video. As always, feel free to share your thoughts about today's topics in the comment section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Hey, what's up, guys?
Whoops. Oh, with that, that's the end of this video. Peace out.